Welcome back to another episode of Mom Stop Talking. I'm one of your hosts, Sharon.
And I'm Hayley, and we are so glad to be back this week. We took last week off because we had scheduling conflicts, so we are so sorry that we didn't drop an episode last week. It was just conflicts all around, and we couldn't get together, but we're so happy to be back.
Yes, the one day that we had off that we had planned to do, we actually ended up going to a water park, and we got rained out.
Yes.
And so we were sitting there waiting to see if maybe the rain would stop a little bit at White Lake, but no. And Haley's sister-in-law looked at her phone and she was like, well, Carolina Beach is clear. Do you want to just ride down to the beach? So off we went through new towns, which was fun because I got to see some new towns I'd never seen before. We visited a fresh Dollar General, there was one in every corner.
I got some of the new Halloween decorations. They are so cute and they're cheap.
Yes, I blew up a bathroom in Hardee's, and by blow up, I mean I really let it out.
We can never go back to that Hardee's ever again.
Thank God there was no one else in that other stall. But after that, we rode down to the beach and had a great day. It was beautiful down there. It was just the oddest thing. And we stayed pretty late and got in a little bit of shopping and came on back home. And we had a great time that Wednesday. We had planned to record it that night, but things just happened. We were exhausted. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I had to get some sleep.
But we're back, and we're doing stay-at-home moms versus workaholics this week. We're going to talk about our daily schedule. We're going to talk about the hardest thing about stay-at-home mom and workaholic, our favorite things, and then what we're going to be doing in 5 years, or what we hope to be doing in 5 years.
Yes, we are.
So do you want to start us out and tell us what does a week in your life look like?
A week in the life of Big Sharon is... I'll start it off on Fridays. I work for a lady on Fridays. I go in I guess we can start Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I have a client from 9 a.m. to 2. On Monday and Friday, I have another client. Once I leave there at 2, I have to go home, drive 30 minutes home, and then I have a client that starts at 4. So on Monday and Friday, I work 9 to 2, and then I go in my next client at 4, and I stay with her till 8 a.m. the next day. On Saturdays, I work 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., and on Sundays, I do a full 24-hour shift. I usually take my lady to church, and occasionally I will have another girl. She's available to come in and help me from 2 to 8. And if I am ever off at that time, I do try to see if Hayley is available to do anything. I know her and her husband don't have a whole lot of family time, but they like to spend the weekends together. But sometimes we're able to slip away for a couple of hours. If not, I usually do my cleaning or something to that effect, lounge around and watch Netflix. But so I'm going to be off on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Right now, I have been working in Durham at your favorite candle store. And some Saturdays, whenever I get off at 8 a.m., I have an 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. break. Sometimes I've worked a couple of Saturdays in Durham. But I think my last day in Durham will be Thursday of this week. So I will be back to our Smithfield location probably, I think it's the second week starting in August. I'm going to take a couple of weeks of vacation, and by that I mean I will have Tuesday and Thursday off. And we've already got appointments, and I am going to do something else fun with the kids. I've been wanting to take them to a planetarium, but nobody thinks that's really fun. But I don't know, we'll see. But that's the day in the life. I'm very, very busy. My fiance does come with me to my 9 to 2 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday lady. He helps me out with her, and I really appreciate it. Sometimes if I have to work in Durham, he'll go and stay the day, or If I have to work at the Crabtree location, which I have had to, he'll go and stay the day because who doesn't love to shop or just look around and window shop? But other than that, whenever I am off, I do try to spend time with the girls and Hayley, and that's about it. My son, I don't get to see him. His schedule is very demanding. He works overnights, but he does keep his schedule whenever he's at home. So a lot of times I really don't see him very much, but I do try to spend some quality time talking with him, trying to get him to spend time with me, which as a 25-year-old, it's kind of hard. I guess he wants to do his own thing, and I totally understand. But that is my week. Okay, Hayley, how does your week go?
All right, I guess we'll start on Monday. I have the kids all day. I also keep my niece during the week, so my sister-in-law works. On Mondays, usually we don't leave the house because it's just our weekends are crazy, so we usually just chill at the house on Mondays. Tuesdays is when we try to get out with Mom, like we're filming this on Tuesday. So this morning we've already went to the movies and saw a movie and just kind of got out of the house. Then we're gonna go grab lunch right after this. Wednesdays are also kind of chill. We try to swim. I say try to swim when my pool's clean. Me and this pool fight every day. I cannot keep this pool clear. Thursdays, sometimes I babysit either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, 2 other children, but it just kind of depends. So usually Fridays, we've been getting out of the house every Friday lately, just running errands, getting out. So Monday through Friday is pretty boring. We're just surviving. On the weekends, every Saturday in July and through most of August, we have either a birthday party, a baby shower, an event, plans with family, something to do. So our weekends are always kind of crazy. So that's why we chill on Mondays. We've had birthday parties. My baby's birthday's next week and her birthday party's next weekend. I'm so excited.
Me too. I have a great present.
Yes, it's taking up so much room in my office right now.
Granny loves to spoil her grandbabies.
Yes. So that'll be fun. But so many of my friends' children have been born in June, July, and August. So the summer is always crazy. And then we got to go back to school shopping. I have all of my oldest daughter's school supplies ready. Yay. I'm trying to be on it because usually I'm a last minute mom. But I'm trying to get it together and be more of a type A mom. I don't think I could ever be a type A mom though.
Me neither.
But that's like my schedule is not super crazy and demanding, but we just have all the kids all the time. So it's kind of hard to do a whole lot or go a whole lot of places.
You do a lot. I mean,
I know.
keeping up with 5 kids on some days, trying to keep the house clean, but you still want them to be able to...
Nap time is 12 to 2 every single day.
Nice.
I don't care how old you are, how young you are, you're laying down from 12 to 2 because that's when I get stuff done that I need to do, make t-shirts, clean, all that stuff.
I can't believe
Fold
kindergartners
laundry.
don't have nap time anymore.
The kindergartners do not take naps anymore.
That's odd. That's something new. I know we
Yes.
did when I went to school and whenever you guys went to school because my son said, I asked him, how's first grade? He said, it's just like kindergarten except you don't get to take a nap. That's what his little 6-year-old self said. It was so cute.
They don't do naps anymore in elementary school. They do in the pre-K that's in the elementary school, but not in kindergarten.
Got you.
Yes. So, what is the hardest part about being a workaholic?
The very hardest part is trying to keep everyone at all my jobs happy and also not being able to spend quality time with my family. That bothers me a lot. It gives me a guilty conscience. So I do try to spend time whenever I do have time off. But sometimes I need a little me time or a little couple time. And, you know, I don't get it. I know in retail, the busy season is really coming up, and I'm going to try to survive through Christmas. And then after that, I may end up making some changes to that job. I was going to make a change and not go back after this week, but I've decided to help out during at least the holiday season, and we'll take it as it comes. With in-home care, you know, things can change at the drop of a hat. So I don't know what's going to be going on in January, but I'm going to take it day by day. Also, I didn't mention, in my spare time, whenever I'm not doing anything at all and I have the extra energy, I DoorDash or Uber Eats. So I have done a Spark or two. That's the Walmart deliveries. But the Walmart around here, they want to give you 3 at the time, and then it takes forever for the associates to bring your orders out. And you have to worry about keeping 3 orders separated. And I'm just not so into that. It's just sitting there waiting in the parking lot. I guess I feel like I should be just go, making money. And it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety sitting and waiting. I'd rather DoorDash, where you're just going from one, pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off. As long as it's busy, and great customers keep us busy. But I have not been able to DoorDash lately. I've just been too tired, and my honey doesn't like to do it after dark. So a lot of prime time, good tipping and stuff happen after dark. Occasionally my ex-husband will go with me DoorDash, and if he needs to make a little extra money, I'll help him out and we'll DoorDash. But I can always figure out how to make $1, and always will.
Yes. I would say the most challenging thing about being a stay-at-home mom is, the first thing is not feeling like you're financially contributing to the household. Like if I want something, or want to get my hair done, or want to go get coffee, I feel like I know, and my husband is very good about, like, it's our money. Like, he was the one who told me to start staying at home, but I still feel guilty because I'm not financially contributing, which I do make t-shirts. And the second challenge is just being very overstimulated all the time. Like, I feel like some nights when I go to bed, it's just like my brain's going 100 million miles an hour. All 3 kids sometimes want to do 3 completely different things. You gotta watch one of them, you can't watch the other, and they all don't want to do the same thing. And 3 girls fighting, not like crazy, but like wanting to play with the same baby doll, stuff like that. Just having to referee and just being very overstimulated.
Yeah, my mother said that she worked so much overtime when we were young is because we worried her to death. And she said that she would volunteer for overtime so that she didn't have to go home and hear me and my brother fuss. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, it's just, there's never a completely dull moment where like nothing's going on, where my brain is just nothing. I don't know, y'all can probably hear Stella screaming right now, actually, because she didn't get her way. So,
and it's nap time.
Yes, it's nap time. She's trying to go to sleep. She's cranky. But I love it though. It's very overstimulating, very tiring. Sometimes I wish that I was at work, but then I know that my babies will be in daycare. And if I am able and have the opportunity to stay home, I'm glad that I get to stay home.
Absolutely. I'm glad you get to stay home too.
Yes.
It would drive me insane. I'm like my mother. I worked a lot to, well, not only to provide, but to, for
have
my
mental stability.
Have mental stability.
Yeah, some people, they're like, I don't know how you do it. Like, we'll be in the car and there'll be 3 iPads blaring, my music's blaring, and my sister-in-law just looks at me and she's like about to combust into flames. And she's like, how do you do this? I'm like, I'm just used to it now. I'm in my own little world.
Absolutely.
So what is your favorite thing about having 752 jobs?
Well, of course, it offers financial stability. Today's prices are just really outrageous, and even rent, utilities, groceries. I mean, I really don't see how people survive in this world if they're not either making really, really big bucks, or they're having to go out here and struggle and work 2 or 3 jobs. I really enjoy my jobs, all of them. I have a great boss at the candle store. I enjoy working for the 2 ladies I work for and their families. And I always feel very appreciated at all jobs. In the past, I admit I have job hopped quite a bit. I have been everything from, my first real job was at Bojangles when I was 16. But before that, I was a babysitter. And I did work in the tobacco field one day, topping suckering, and that won't for me. And they didn't ask me to come back after the first day. I guess I was too slow. But also, after babysitting after Bojangles, I think I did Burger King and Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue. Yes, and when I started college, I went to school for early childhood education, and I got a job at a daycare. And somehow or another, they talked me into going full-time because they really needed a full-time person. And it was a wonderful place to work. And I ended up dropping my courses really low. I ended up quitting my schooling and just worked there full-time. And then I got married to Hayley's dad. And I ended up quitting not 2 weeks after I come back from my honeymoon, and I went and worked at a manufacturing plant for 2 or 3 days. I didn't like that. That was really hard. And then after that, I think I went to another daycare. But I've had many jobs. I was a bingo caller. I've done retail several times.
Didn't you work at a place with the cars where you drove the cars through the auction?
Yeah, that was when I was about 18. We on Friday there was a car auction nearby, and they would pay people $25 to drive the cars through the auction for people to bid on them and whatnot. And I really drove some interesting cars. And one, I was in a Corvette. I was so excited. And then at the end, I couldn't get the door open, and nobody else. I had the Dukes of Hazzard out that car.
You had to get out
and trust
the window.
me, for a big girl, that was not easy. Yeah. But I got out, and then I had to drive a 3-speed on the column. I was like, Lord, I'll just put it in first and hope for the best. And, yeah, we would want to go to Myrtle Beach for the weekend. I don't know how we went on $25, but that's all we had.
Myrtle Beach on $25.
Yeah, my friend's dad lived down there, so we would go and stay with him. And $25 evidently covered our food and cigarettes. So
can't relate in today's time.
Well, I think, yeah, it had to be. That was before I started working and making a paycheck. But then after we were married, I job hopped a little bit, several daycares, and just all kinds of jobs. I worked at AT&T call center once, and oh my gosh, those people were ridiculous. Not the AT&T and not the call center, but the people calling in. This was their internet division back when it was like broadband and high speed had just become available, and most people had dial-up and they were switching over, but I don't know, it was difficult to help. We didn't get the proper training, and I ended up having to quit that job, although I made really, really good money. And then after that, I believe I got into home care. I worked for a company for a few years, made some really great contacts, and then I ended up going private duty. And that's about my work history.
Yeah. And most people think stay-at-home moms just stay at home. I've only been a stay-at-home mom, the last year and a half-ish. And I also
do side
job hopped all my life. I get bored and don't stay at the same place.
Yeah, I think I do too. I get bored. It seems like there's a 2-year threshold. And once I reach that 2-year mark, it's like I'm wanting something different.
Yeah. My first job was at Easy Spirit, the shoe store. You worked there too for a while.
Yeah, that was one of my retail jobs.
I loved Easy Spirit and loved the manager there.
Oh, yeah.
And so I loved that job. It was fun. We had sweet old ladies. It was the best job.
We had some mean old ladies too. Don't let her sugarcoat it. Yes.
I loved it.
One of my best friends worked there, and a customer threw a shoe across the counter at her.
Oh, somebody threw
wouldn't
shoes
take
at
it
me
off.
too.
Yeah, it's horrible. Those people
She
were...
wanted to return, and I was like, honey, it looks like you climbed Mount Everest in these shoes. I can't
know.
return
This
them.
woman said she wore them one time, and I was like, well, if you wore them one time, you wore them to like a bull race, because I think she said she was out of the country in Spain, or I wore them one time in Spain, and I was like, well, did you go to a bull race? These shoes are wore out and filthy. But
that store is no longer open. I was very sad when it
miss it.
closed. I worked there 2 separate times, and then in Greenville, I managed 3 kiosks in the mall, and I loved it. One of them was the Christmas ornament, where you write personalized Christmas ornaments,
Yes.
and then the other one was sportulas, so like the spatulas that have all the sports teams, and then a jewelry kiosk, which were all owned by the same guy, and he was also the greatest owner manager.
Yeah. And you worked one day a week at a storage.
Oh yeah, I worked.
facility.
I was an assistant manager at a storage facility, and then retail at the same Your Favorite Candle store. I worked there for on and off like 5 years, and I do have a bachelor's degree. I have a very expensive piece of paper hanging on the wall in my office. I have a bachelor in family consumer sciences from East Carolina. Go Pirates!
Yeah.
So, and I've worked in and out of daycares with that degree, and before in and out of plenty of daycares.
I had
And
just
then-
thought of somewhere else you worked that was pretty interesting, but I cannot remember right off the top of my
Highway
head.
55.
Oh yeah, you did
I
play
introduced
chess.
I introduced my best friend to her now husband at Highway
You sure
55.
did. You sure did. Oh, and you owned your own boutique.
Oh yeah, I owned a whole store for 2 years. I forgot about that. I'm back doing t-shirts, by the way, if you know me in real
Yeah.
life. I'm back doing t-shirts.
You used to cut out the signs and paint them
Yeah,
and sell
I did
them?
that in college to pay my bills for a good year. I would hand cut and paint signs.
She was a Mary
done-
Kay representative.
Oh, there's gonna be a whole episode
of the
on
MLMs.
every MLM that I've been in.
Yeah,
'Cause
Hayley's a sucker for that kind of stuff.
Okay, so most of them I just want to kidnap. Okay, we're gonna do a whole episode of just my journey with MLMs, because
Okay.
I'm not against MLMs. I'll go ahead and say that.
Me neither, because evidently I supported everyone that she was involved in, heavily supported. So
So we're gonna do a whole MLM episode. That'll be fun.
yeah, that will be fun.
So now that we've kind of talked about what was my favorite thing about being a stay-at-home mom, I love being able to watch my children grow, knowing that I'm here to see everything that they're learning and growing with. And I also love that I have the flexibility to kind of do side hustles. So I'm making t-shirts again. I'm the advocate for our TOPS group for Eastern, Capital, and Northeastern areas.
Come join.
Yes, if you need a TOPS group, let me know. I
Tops
have connections
is take
for the.
off pounds sensibly.
It is
It's
a weight loss support group. It is not like the competitors that you might be thinking of. It is not harsh down your throat. It is more a support group, and
weekly
I have
weigh-in to
connections
keep you
for the whole state of
accountable.
North Carolina. So anybody in North Carolina or
Yeah.
other states, let me know, and I will get you in a chapter.
We
So
have a
I
good
love
time.
that.
We are a good time.
We go
so.
do an event once a year. All the chapters I know personally have great groups and great supportive groups. So if you guys need a TOPS group to join, let me know, and I will get you the hookup for that.
What else do you have on your plate? You're a wife.
Yes.
You cook supper every night and
Almost every night, probably
yeah,
5 nights a week, I cook supper.
absolutely.
I meal prep my husband's breakfast and lunch for the week.
I
What
do none of
else?
that as a workaholic. I barely have time to grab anything on the go.
Oh, I have
Yes.
50,000 plants. Not really. Let me see. How many can I count from sitting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 that I can see right here. And my whole windowsill in my kitchen is full. I have some in my room, some in my office. I love plants. We actually picked up a new plant today. I'm so excited.
I have one plant. No, I have 2. I have one outside and one inside. I think the one inside they're both desert plants because I just I'm bad on plants, but
I love indoor plants.
Yeah.
Outdoor plants, not so much. My blueberry bushes had blueberries this year, so I was happy about that.
well, it's still a desert plant. I can't even think what the name of it is, but one of my ladies I work with, she has beautiful plants, and she gave all of us girls that work for her one, and that's the one I picked. You go first.
Well, so we've kind of talked about what we're currently doing, how we're currently feeling, our current lives. So, Mama, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself being an active grandmother to my granddaughters, and hopefully they'll be playing sports or doing something fun so I can go and see them compete. I'll probably still be doing home care. Hopefully I won't be doing retail. My legs are only going to hold out so many more years. But I love home care, and I'll probably always do that. And I may always DoorDash. You never know. That's a little quick hustle. But hopefully in the next 5 years I can slow down and be at a pace so I can enjoy my family and enjoy my home. So that's about it for me in 5 years. What about you in 5 years? I'll be old as hell, but...
In the next 5 years, I'll probably be working because my youngest will be in school. She'll start school in 2 years. I really want to go back to school, but I don't know if I actually want to go back to school. We'll see. I don't know what I'll be doing. I just jump around and have all these ideas. So I'm really not sure what I'll be doing in 5 years.
Do you think you'll still be a stay-at-home mom, or are you going to, when the youngest goes to school?
No. When my youngest goes to school, I will go back to work.
Absolutely.
Just because, I won't.
Maybe you can work with the school system, and you can time your schedule with those and still pick them up. If not, you have to do like all the mothers before you that had to work. You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Maybe I'll be able to go pick them up, and they can stay with me till you get home.
I want to go back to school. I think I want to teach high school because I've done birth to kindergarten. I've done NC pre-K. I've done subbing in elementary schools. I think that I might want to teach high school, but I have to go back to school.
I would like high school.
Oh, high school is my favorite. I've subbed elementary, middle, and high school, and high school is definitely my favorite. So if I did that, I would just need somebody to take all the girls to school because I would be able to pick them up probably.
Yeah. And on a positive note, Hayley did go and make an appointment. She is going back to her semi-natural blonde hair color.
This is my natural hair color, but everybody
it is not.
Says it literally is. It's grown out to here.
It's dirty blonde. Well, whatever.
What are you supposed to, this is the color it's growing. It was dirty blonde when I was 6,
it's
Mom.
It's not my fault. I have beautiful dark hair.
Yeah, it says your gray roots.
I made an appointment to get those things
I made an appointment today, too.
It'll be soon.
So both of us are going to be looking fabulous, which my appointment is booked out for a while, but next time you see Granny, maybe.
I don't know.
No, maybe not. Maybe not next time. Maybe the next time. She's going to be looking fabulous.
So what's our next episode going to be about?
Our next episode is I'm going to be interviewing Mom about her dual dental switch weight loss surgery. So we're going to dive into why she decided to get it, what the process entails, the process before, the process during, the process after.
I'm going to be open and honest and above board about everything. It's going to be real.
Completely open,
I'm not
honest.
going to sugarcoat, how everybody, I'm going to tell about the good stuff, but I'm going to tell about the hard stuff as well.
Your emotional journey through it, your mental health. We're going to be really raw about it.
Absolutely.
But yes, we're excited for that. I'm going to be kind of like interviewing her, so she'll be doing most of the talking.
Yay!
Yay!
I love to talk because Mom can't
stop talking. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching and tuning in.
Thank you. you.
And make sure that you follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, mom_stop_talking, Mom Stop Talking Podcast on YouTube, and Mom Stop Talking Podcast on Spotify. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
We appreciate you supporting us.
Bye.
Bye.